Rah! Hello, darlings. Don't forget to like this video. Toodle pip. Now, today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I want to see if I can go a week without wearing a watch and just see what happens. So the wristwatch check, my last wristwatch check for quite a while, is my little Seiko SKX, my custom modded SKX there. So I'm going to put this away and see what happens. Right, I'm going to get back to work.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm running late or running early, and I forgot to put batteries in the clock, so I don't really know.
Aren't you supposed to be in a Zoom meeting right now?
A Zoom what?
Your online meeting?
Oh, damn it. Jesus. Connect. Why isn't it connecting? I missed the whole thing. I just lost track of time. I blast it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to take a wristwatch check for the Instagram.
But you're in the middle of your no watch challenge.
I don't know who I am anymore. Better already. I'll never be without you ever again, I promise. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you that you can now receive a special discount on your next watch from Watchbox. Check the description below for a promo code exclusively for the good Gentry. For those of you new to the channel, Watchbox are the world's leading, most trusted and respected dealers in pre-owned luxury watches. Onwards and upwards. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. In this video today, I'm going to share an unboxing. An old friend has rejoined the collection. You already know what it is, but I can't help myself. A victim of my own reviews, actually. Now, I do wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Laurier. I just saw on their Instagram they've come out with a new one. I think a third generation of the Neptune. This is the first generation, so seeing that, I had to pop it back on the wrist, back in rotation. I haven't worn it for a while, but absolutely loving it. And by the way, guys, if you are stuck at home and you have an hour to kill, quick shout out to Steve Papas, who is a podcaster. I was a guest on his podcast. We were talking about everything from Star Trek, movies, watches, obviously, Bond watches, what else? Computer games, all kind of different aspects of kind of nerd culture, which obviously includes collecting watches. So I'll leave a link down below. It's accessible on all platforms. Shout out to Steve. It was an absolute honor and a pleasure. Some extra content for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado, let's take a look at the unboxing. I'm not going to review this watch because, believe it or not, I've reviewed this watch 6 times, or 6 different versions of this watch. And it's intrinsically linked to the history of this channel. It's a watch important to me because it opened my eyes to more of the mid-range, and it was my first Oris. I didn't really know about Oris. I wanted to kind of scratch an itch. I had about $1,000 to spend when I first bought it, right in the infancy of the Urban Gentry channel. And so it's important. It's integral to the history of the channel. But more so for changing my perception about what you can buy. Because at the time I started the channel, as you guys know, with Seikos and Rolexes. So without further ado, let's take a look at the unboxing. So no knife check needed, although I'll do it. I got the old Hannibal Lecter Hawkbill blade, which I absolutely adore this knife. But anyway, so we'll put that to one side. And yes, it's Oris. It's an Oris. Drum roll, please. Oh, it's a different Oris box. Actually, this is the box that was the 65 I reviewed. I think is it called Brashear? I might have got that wrong, but anyway. So this is the old school Oris logo. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then under here we've got all the bits and bobs. I did the drum roll a little prematurely there, but anyway, let's open it up. Just remove that. That's the whole warranty and everything. It's been a while since I bought an Oris. Oh, there it is. Yes, it's the Aquis. So you could probably guess this is going to happen. This is the 39mm. This is the 2018. Oh my god, I can smell the vanilla. Oh, that's quite extraordinary. It literally, just put that right there. It literally is the ultimate example of a Proustian Madeleine moment. I know, I apologize. I use that cliche quite a bit, but hold on, I just got to smell this. Oh my god, that really brings back that excitement. Right. There it is. Already going. It's the 2nd generation, because you see, oh, sorry, I got a bit of fluff on my gloves. 2nd generation, because you've got the more kind of blocky hands. Slightly different case lugs. There's that famous structure there that is so wonderful. Oh, it's unscrewed, so let's have a look at the back. Yeah, exhibition case back. The iconic red rotor. Good old Celita there. 300 meters. Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy to have it back, and I love the rubber strap. The rubber strap has always been my favorite. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bracelet is great, but for me, there's just something about that rubber. It's the smell. It's that vanilla smell. It's the way it fits. I've always enjoyed it. It's just very comfortable. Wow, I never noticed the little pelage work on the inside of the buckle. That's a nice touch. So a few quick observations. In the 48 hours that I've had the watch, the accuracy has been outstanding. I've noticed it does have a subtle sunburst dial, and I would have preferred the matte like the originals. Having said that, it's not immediately noticeable. You only really see it in certain light. Also, the hands is a definite improvement. I actually love the minute hand. It reminds me a little bit like an obelisk, and if you know the history of horology, you'll know the significance of that. But also the way the different shapes are differentiated gives clear distinction between hours, minutes, seconds, etc. And certainly much more fitting to the modernist style than the original leaf hands. Something definitely worth noting is I didn't need to cut the rubber, unlike the original 43mm I owned. So it does have micro adjustments, because obviously once you cut the rubber sections off, indicated by these little embossed lines, you cannot reattach them. In regards to how it feels, it still has that reassuringly solid feeling as the very first day I handled my first Oris Aquis. I've never ceased to be impressed by the flawless precision. Bezel alignment is perfect. The printing, which is also another thing worth noting, is how they, compared to the original, it's a definite cleaner look. So here it is. Oh, that smell of vanilla. Oh my God, it really takes me back. I'm so glad I got this one. Yeah, it's the kind of no frills, just all black, but I wanted the most versatile one. I'm getting really into black dial watches. I used to be more into blue dials, but I just love the simplicity of this. I love the no-nonsense look, even the red rotor. And this size, now I know I have reviewed the size before, but this is a smidgen smaller than the limited edition because it doesn't have that kind of modern art medallion, which is very, very cool, but this fits me like an absolute glove. For me, it's the perfect amalgamation of modernity, beautiful high quality materials, an original design. It's not like anything else. And believe it or not, I snagged this for just over $1,000. I still think it's impeccable value. Do I think it's the best diver around that price? Well, that market is quite crowded now, and after I had the Oris, I fell in love with the Squire 1521, which kind of took my heart away from this. But I'm glad I still have this love for it. As you guys know, I was contemplating upgrading my Tudor Submariner to the Snowflake and spending quite a bit of money, and that would have detracted from my savings towards my grail for later in the year. And I know I'm not going to make any big purchases for a while. I mean, I've got plenty of watches coming in from Watchbox. There are plenty of new releases that I'm borrowing, but something familiar that I know I love, that I'm going to enjoy, that is compatible, that is sporty and a little bit different. It's an enticing mix of function, the balance of the dial, the understatedness, but yet it does have an elegance to it, but at the same time feels built like a tank. And if you look at my collection, it's getting very vintage heavy. So I think I was missing something a bit more futuristic, and this certainly has it. I also love Oris. I think they're such a historic brand that are really innovating in terms of its quality, heritage. I mean, it's a brand you can really be proud of, their independence. You know, I made a point of visiting them when I went to Switzerland. I discussed it in great detail in the review, so I'm not going to go over that, but have a look back at the last Aquis review, because the history applies to this just as much as the limited edition. As far as the negatives that I also discussed, the Achilles heel and the bone of contention that everybody will always have is the integrated straps and bracelets into those lugs. It doesn't really affect me, because if I want to wear a NATO or a diver with a NATO, I'll wear the Tudor, or if I want to wear the bracelet, I've got this. So it's not a bbig deal. Yes, would I like to put it on a NATO? Of course, but I'm willing to put up with its imperfections to enjoy it, because at the end of the day, that's what watches are about. All of the emotion, it still has this effect on me. It's amazing 5 years later. So I'm kind of just chuffed to have it back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to shut up and just put it on and enjoy it, you know. I would have liked to get that limited edition, but the blue would have clashed with some, for example, with this. I don't think it would have worked, but there's just something so honest about the Aquis. I love that it's its own thing, you know, and I look at it and I think of the channel, and I think of you guys, and I think of that journey The beautiful lines of the rubber strap as it meets the case, the gentle shimmer of the ceramic bezel, which was always something that I was impressed with, because back when this came out, there wasn't that many mid-range entry-level divers that had ceramic. I do prefer the brushed of my tungsten that I had, but it's funny because when I originally got the very first Aquis, which was in that bewitching blue, it kind of broke my heart. It was too big for me. Oris listened to watch enthusiasts, and now you can get something like this. Is beautifully made. It goes without saying that the Oris Aquis is, I think, when you feel the sharpness of the edges, and I don't mean sharp as in uncomfortable, but just the way the polishing meets the edge, it's flawless. It's flawlessly done. It's just great to have it back in the collection. Anyway, guys, I'm rabbiting on. Let me know in the comments, what is the watch that you have rebought, that you've sold, missed, bought again, missed, perhaps, I don't know, perhaps you're not like me in that regard. Hashtag watch trollop. Oh, one last thing before I go. Voglio dire a tutta la Gentry in Italia, sono pensando di te, stai forte, stai bene. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and found it useful. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Okay, ciao. We all work hard for our money, so when it comes time to spend it on a luxury watch, the best way to take your money furthest is to buy pre-owned. With some dealers, this might be risky, but not at Watchbox. As a former customer, it was only natural I became part of the Watchbox family. I fell in love with the easy, safe, and professional manner in which they do business. So why are they so highly regarded? Authenticity is always guaranteed. Every watch comes with a 2-year warranty, and Watchbox has their own in-house Swiss-trained expert watchmakers. They have a global presence and an unrivaled selection. It's simply the best way to buy, sell, and trade your watches from the comfort of your own home, anywhere around the world. With a team comprised of passionate watch enthusiasts. As an Urban Gentry viewer, you can also benefit from this wonderful partnership with Watchbox. They are generously offering all Gentry members and viewers exclusive discounts on their next purchase. Please check the description below for the promo code to enter on their website. Watchbox is not just the best option to consider, it's the future of buying and selling watches online.